Hey, Ethan here, and in this episode we'll be looking at Uncharted 2, Among Thieves for the PlayStation 3. It's one of the best video game sequels ever made, and now it's time for some brief development history. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves was developed by Naughty Dog after the release of Uncharted Drake's Fortune in 2007. Uncharted 2 was first revealed by Game Informer in December of 2008, with it then being later released on October 13, 2009 exclusively for the PlayStation 3. That's all I'm saying about this, so it's now time to start Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. The story takes place 2 years after the events of the first game, with Nathan Drake waking up inside of a train car on the side of a cliff, with him being seriously injured. After climbing up the train, Nathan reaches the edge of a cliff, and we are then shown a flashback sequence with us being introduced to two brand new characters, Harry Flynn and Chloe Fraser. They talk to Nate about a special client who wants an oil lamp relating to Marco Polo and a ship crash involving him. It then shows Nathan back on the mountain and goes further until he reaches another part of the train car, and then we get a flashback scene between Nathan and Chloe. He then finds the object that he was looking for. It then flashes back 4 months into the past with Nathan, Flynn, and Chloe going to Istanbul to get the oil lamp. Nathan and Flynn then make their way through the museum, taking out guards and jumping onto various parts of the buildings. Once they find the oil lamp, Nathan then breaks it, discovering that there is a flammable resin inside. They then discover the location of where Marco Polo's ship's crash being inside Borneo, and then he also found the location of Shambhala and the Chintamani zone. Flynn then turns on Nathan and forces him to escape from security on his own until he is eventually caught by local authorities.
You overlooked one little detail, didn't you, partner? What? Face it, genius, you've been played. Oh, really? Hey! Jackass, you're ruining the show here.
Ah, what a shame.
Sully!
I really can't leave you alone for a minute.
Oh, man, am I glad to see you.
How you doing, kid?
I'm doing just great.
So, had to grease a few palms. Did go through the rest of your money and a good chunk of my own, but hey. Jesus, you stink.
Yeah, not half as bad as that cigar. Hey, how'd you find me?
Well, a friend of yours asked for my help.
Hello, Nate.
Oh, no.
Now, wait a second.
Sully, kick her out and shut the door. We're safer in here.
Just wait a goddamn minute. Hear her out.
Thank you, Victor.
Hey, no offense, Sully, but you're not exactly the best judge of character, especially when it comes to women.
Fair enough. All the same.
Dear God.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. Look, I have my own bucket. Last cell I was in, 8 of us had to share.
Listen, Nate.
You know something, I really appreciate you dropping by, but if you and Flynn hadn't screwed me over in the first
Now,
place,
wait a
I wouldn't have
minute.
been rotting in this shithole for the last
Listen,
3
Nate.
months. So excuse me if I'm not just, leaping into your arms.
I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I told you. He's not going to listen to me.
Screw this. Nate, they found the ships.
In Borneo.
Yes.
And the Chintamani stone?
How do you know about that?
Do you really think Flynn could have figured that out on his own?
All right, good point. No, they haven't found it yet.
What do you mean, they?
Flynn and his client, Lazarovich.
You know, the nutcase. They've been working together all along.
All right, then. If they haven't found the stone, that means there's still time. You're gonna get us into that dig site. We are gonna snatch that treasure right out from under them.
They'll never see it coming.
Yeah, well, payback's a bitch.
Nathan, Sully, and Chloe then discuss more about Shambhala and the Chintamani stone and talk about how they're going to get payback on a new character named Zoran Lazarovich by creating a distraction with explosives. The three then finalize their plans and head to Borneo. Once Nathan and Sully are in Borneo, they go through a jungle, taking out enemies and plant explosives until they get a glimpse at Lazarovich, which he then kills one of his own men for stealing. Nathan then looks at the files that Lazarovich has on Marco Polo and explains to Sully about the location of the Chintamani stone. The two are then suddenly ambushed by reinforcements and eventually meet up with Chloe and discover a cave containing more of the blue resin. Nathan then finds a blood trail using the resin and then discovers
Look at this. What do we have here?
Careful.
Christ almighty.
Just kidding.
Nate, you're gonna give me a goddamn heart attack.
Oh.
Man, is that an ugly friggin' thing?
What is it? Some kind of weapon?
No, it's a purba. It's a ritual object from Tibet. It's used to destroy obstacles.
Huh?
You know, spiritual ones.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait, could this be what Marco Polo was talking about?
Kid, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
In his journal, he wrote that the worthy seeker would be given a golden passport to conquer obstacles on the journey to Shambhala.
So, what, this is it?
Look, that's all really interesting, but where the hell is it a passport to?
Well, maybe this map would help.
Let me see that. Between Greater India and the province of Tibet lies a field of exquisitely finished temples. Hundreds of gilded spires stretching as far as the eye can see.
Hold on, I know this place. It's in Nepal.
Yeah, except it's not just a field of temples anymore, it's a city.
Well, that could make things a little more challenging.
Now, hold on, there's more. In all these many temples, only one conceals the secret path to Shambhala. And that path shall only be revealed to the pilgrim who bears the golden passport.
All right, nice work, kid.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here.
All right. See ya.
They then get out of there, with Chloe warning Flynn about Nathan and Sully. She did this to make it look like she was still on their side and not working with Nathan. The two then escape, with Sully saying that he's going somewhere warm after this. Nathan then goes to Nepal and is suddenly ambushed by this big truck while he's trying to talk to Chloe. After going through multiple buildings, Nathan eventually meets up with Chloe and eventually head towards a hotel, which is also the biggest building in the city. Chloe gets trapped inside the elevator, but Nathan eventually rescues her.
Hey, check it out. Marco.
Really?
Come on.
No.
Marco.
Hello.
Fish out of water.
Nathan and Chloe then reach the top of the hotel, but are suddenly ambushed by one of Lazarevic's helicopters, but then jump out of the building just in time. Nathan then falls down into the street below, but then discovers...
Whoa, hey, don't you...
Hey! Nate? What the hell are you doing here?
Elena?
Jack, don't!
Wait, you know this guy?
Yeah. This is Drake.
Oh. Sorry.
So, what's your angle on all this misery? You gonna plunder a few temples, loot the museum?
It's nice to see you two. Suppose you're here for some noble crusade, right?
Actually, we're trailing a fugitive war criminal. Zoran Lazarevich, have you heard of him?
Isn't that NATO's job?
Well, they think that he's dead. Killed in some bombing raid.
Oh, and you're here to prove otherwise.
You know what? This guy's a real monster, Nate. We're talking torture, mutilation, mass executions. See, now he's plotting something new. But why out here? Why tear apart the city, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh.
What?
No. Tell me you don't have anything to do with this.
That's
There
ridiculous.
you are, Nate. I think I lost them.
Oh, whoa, it's all right, Chloe. They're journalists.
We need to keep moving if we want to stay one step ahead of Lazarevich, so...
Oh, man, Nate.
Hey, wait. Now, don't jump to conclusions, Elena.
I'm sorry, am I sensing some history here?
Oh, Elena Fisher. Last year's model.
That's cute.
Oh.
Yeah. No, no. Glad you find this so funny.
Well, it's just I never figured you for the white bread picket fence type.
Hey, she's a lot tougher than she looks, thank you.
Oh,
Oh, what?
she broke your heart.
Oh, please.
She did,
Hey, you know what?
she?
Maybe I broke hers.
Oh, yes, Casanova. We need to get moving.
Wait. They're coming with us.
Can't be serious.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I can't just ditch him in the middle of this mess.
They're only going to slow us down, and if we get
Chloe.
caught, if Lazarovich catches you and me together...
I'm not leaving them behind.
You don't always have to play the bloody hero, you know? Nate! Just dance with the one who brought you, all right?
Yeah, I get it. But they're still coming with us.
Well, we don't need saving, Nate.
Thank you.
You might want to rethink that.
Shit. Run!
The four then reach the temple that Nathan and Chloe had been looking for, with Elena and Jeff staying behind while Nathan and Chloe go deeper into the temple, finding a secret entrance. Nathan then climbs on a big statue and tilts mirrors to reflect light. The two then find the location of Shambhala, but are interrupted by reinforcements. They then find Elena and Jeff, with Jeff being badly wounded. Nathan then takes Jeff, and the four then make their way through the streets until they are caught by Flint and Lazarovich, with them taking the purpose from Drake and killing Jeff. He then holds Elena at gunpoint as he questions Nathan about what he found at the temple. Nathan and Elena then escape from Flint and Lazarovich's men until they find a hiding spot, and Nathan decides to go after a train to rescue Chloe. A while later, Nathan and Elena eventually reach the train while Nathan goes alone to rescue Chloe. After going through several train cars, eventually find Chloe, with Flynn then shooting Nate and going after him. Nathan then shoots a few explosive barrels, causing the train to derail. We then play the part from the opening, with Nathan then finding the purpose again and taking out enemies until he passes out in the cold. Nathan then wakes up a few days later in front of a new character speaking to Tibetan. The new character gives Nathan new clothes and has Nathan follow him to a building and reunites with Helena. She then introduces him to a new character named Carl Schaefer. Schaefer explains that 70 years ago, he went to find the entrance to Shambhala and the Chintamani Stone, with him being the last surviving member of his company. Nathan explains where he got the purba and starts to back out, believing the Chintamani Stone is a myth. Schaefer then tells them to follow the mysterious character named Tenzin. Nathan then follows Tenzin to the top of the mountain, and then proceeds to follow him into this cave. A little while later, they then find this ram-looking monster and then kill it. After that, they eventually find what they're looking for, and has Nathan and Tenzin work together, with Tenzin stepping on switches and Nathan climbing to harder to reach areas. Nathan then finds Schaefer's old company and finds more blue resin. He then finds out that they are all Nazis and that Schaefer killed them all. He also reads about his men becoming monsters, which they then get attacked by monsters from earlier and find an elevator to escape just in time. Nathan and Tenzin then find out that the village is under attack from afar. Once they get there, regroup with Helena, and she explains that's Lazarovich's men and that her and Nathan led them there. Nathan and Tenzin then go to the village, taking out Lazarovich's men and eventually take out a tank, with Tenzin being reunited with his daughter and Nathan and Elena pursuing Lazarovich. Later on, after taking out various vehicles and going to a large temple near a mountain, Nathan and Elena then find Schaefer and ask Nathan if he found his expedition, and tells him the location of the Lazarovich and explains about a secret monastery, and to get the dagger back to destroy the Chintamani Stone, with Schaefer then passing away. Nathan and Elena then split up, with Nathan heading towards the tower. Later on, he solves a puzzle with these four objects corresponding with four animals, with it then unlocking the secret entrance to Shambhala. But then...
Son of a bitch.
Now what do you do?
Just stay behind me. Drop the gun. Do it! Stay back!
Shit. I should have killed you myself when I had the chance. Not a mistake I will make twice.
Back off!
Oh, pull the trigger, little one. See how long you live. Now, you will open the passage to Shambhala.
Go to hell.
Are you a student of history, Mr. Drake?
I've read a book or two.
Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Pol Pot, they were all great men. But do you know why they prevailed?
I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
Because they had the will to do what other men would not. Compassion is the enemy. Mercy defeats us. Now, unless you wish to test me still further, you will drop your weapons!
Do it.
Kick them away. So, you have tested my will. Now it is my turn to test yours.
Killing us won't get you anywhere.
Well, killing him, yes. But you?
You hurt her. You'll get nothing from me.
Well, then it appears we are at a stalemate. Unless I add another pawn to the board. Bring her in!
Shit.
Get your hands off me.
Now, one we will use as a lesson, and the other we will use as incentive to cooperate. You choose.
This is bullshit, Nate.
Yeah, don't play into his game.
You want my help, you let them go.
This is not a negotiation! Who would you sacrifice, and who would you save? What, this one? You want to save this one? Or maybe this one?
You know what? Enough of this shit. All right, quit the theatrics. I'll do what you want. Calm down. You, asswipe. Give me your lighter.
What is this?
How should I know?
Find a way across and fix it! And take him with you. Maybe this time it will get done right. Oh, and Mr. Drake, don't try anything clever.
After you.
Nathan and Flynn then fix the bridge and solve a big puzzle with them getting ambushed by those monsters. Lazarevich then reveals that those monsters are called scarecrows and then shows Nathan the entrance to Shambhala. He then holds the three at gunpoint, but the scarecrows didn't show up, giving Nathan, Elena, and Chloe a chance to escape. Later on, after taking out more scarecrows and Lazarevich's men, Nathan then realizes that the Chintamani stone isn't a real stone and discovers that it's actual resin and finds the Tree of Life. Flynn then shows up badly injured and drops a grenade, injuring Elena. Nathan and Chloe then get Elena to safety, and Nathan proceeds to stop Lazarevich. Nathan then finds Lazarevich as he splashes himself with the Tree of Life sap, which then restores his health. Nathan then causes a big explosion and thinks Lazarevich is dead, but then he comes back to life. Nathan then stops Lazarevich by shooting the blue sap. After damaging enough times, Lazarevich is then attacked and killed by the scarecrows, and Nathan makes his way back, running over a collapsing bridge. Once Nathan makes his way back to Chloe and Elena, the three then get out of there, watching Shambhala get destroyed in the distance. They then get back to the secret entrance, and Elena almost dies, but then shows Nathan and Tenzin in the village doing a Tibetan prayer. Chloe then has a conversation with Nate about their day and asks him about his feelings for Elena. Sully then shows up with Elena looking normal and then walks away. Nathan leaves an object belonging to Schaefer, and the two then kiss and look at the mountain. And that is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. It also has a multiplayer mode that plays from a third-person perspective, with it being team-based. The game had DLC, but it's all been linked to the multiplayer. It was shut down on September 3rd, 2019. A lot of bonus stuff from the first game returns with the addition of the store, which allows you to buy all kinds of extra things, and the introduction of statistics, which just shows you the amount of certain actions completed in game. Gameplay wise, it's exactly like Uncharted Drake's Fortune, with it feeling more polished and improved. It mainly added a separate button for grenades and some new weapons, but nothing has really changed since the first game. The game's graphics have been significantly improved, with it using the Naughty Engine 2.0. It uses about 90 to 100% of the PlayStation 3 cell processor and all 25GB of a Blu-ray disc. It runs at 720p and targets a pretty stable 30 FPS. And that is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, one of the best video game sequels that I ever played. Even with it being over 10 years old, it is still very good. But why did they make Flynn so annoying at times?